Oh, hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Sorry that it has been kind of a while, about a week or two since my last video. I don't know about you guys, but these transits astrologically have got me feeling like I just need to relax. The Quietest Revolution has a nice video about what Sagittarius season, the switch from Scorpio to Sagittarius season might mean for all the signs, and to me it was very insightful. You know, Sagittarius is all about the bow and arrow and reaching for the stars, but sometimes, as she put it, the Quietest Revolution, she said sometimes it's just time to put down the bow, and that's what I was feeling. That's the wave that I was riding. So I hope you guys understand. I hope you guys didn't miss me too much. I did think about you guys a lot, but I'm back. I have a whole bunch of videos that I will be filming and releasing in the next little while to make up for it. So this video is going to be another pick a card reading, and it's going to address your love life, romance. This is mainly for those of you who are in a relationship, but it could also deal with people who are in a situationship, even those of you who are single and just looking for love. So we have some beautiful stones here topping these piles of cards. I want you to go ahead and pick one of these stones or pick one of these piles of cards. We've got number 1, Black Moonstone, number 2, Fluorite, number 3, Citrine, number 4, Blue Lace Agate, and number 5, Pink Mangano Calcite. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, go ahead and take your pick, and then fast forward to the timestamp in the video. Alright, so we are starting off, of course, with this Black Moonstone here. So let's get it started first. Let's see what's going on here. We have got the 7 of Cups. So a lot of you are living in fantasy world, fantasy land. A lot of you have your head up in the clouds. Now this could be good because you guys are, you know, looking through life with rose-colored glasses. You guys are really just kind of making your life your own and not getting too bogged down by reality. But of course, on the flip side, there can be dangers to that, and not only is that non-beneficial or detrimental for your own sake, I feel like this is relating to you kind of neglecting or ignoring people who are already in your life because you are fantasizing about somebody else, or your mind is preoccupied with somebody else or a different situation. This person doesn't even necessarily have to exist. It could be the idea of something or someone. It could be, you know, the idea of love, that you guys are ignoring what is actually in your present reality. Next we have the Queen of Cups. Yeah, so I do feel like I mean, for those of you who chose Black Moonstone, you could be a Cancer, or you could be dealing with a Cancer Sun, Moon, or Rising, or Cancer dominant in their chart. So that's what this Queen of Cups here represents. Now, when this comes reversed, I do feel like, especially with the 7 of Cups here, your energy is a bit scattered. Your energy and your mind is all over the place. I feel like you guys need to bring it back down to earth because you guys are getting swept up and flustered with the energies all around you, with you know, with your emotions. You're letting your emotions dictate how you act, and there's a difference between leading with your heart and living from the heart versus getting swept up by the impulses that your heart is sending out. So I do feel like there definitely needs to be some grounding. There definitely needs to be some sort of reevaluation, some step back on your part so that you can really get a look at what is in front of you, okay? So I feel like regardless of whether or not you're in a relationship, you need to pay attention to who is there for you right now, who is here for you, who has always been there for you, who has been reaching out a helping hand, who is there right now, okay? Because I feel like this person is feeling like you are not appreciating them, you're taking them for granted, or you're just not even noticing them because your head is in the clouds, okay? Next we have the Nine of Swords. So I understand why you guys are escaping into fantasy world, because I do see that you guys are daydreaming and you're using your mental space and using your brain power to escape into a fantasy world, and you guys are ignoring some issues or some fears and some doubts that you have in your present day. But what I want to bring your attention back to is who is there for you, your support system, who loves you right now and who is there to support you, because you are ignoring them and you are escaping into a fantasy world where you are running away from your problems and running away from your fears and your thoughts. It's time to be a big boy or a big girl and to own up to the situation. You know, you have people who are there who will actually literally hold your hand through this, okay? So don't feel like you are alone, don't play the victim, and don't isolate yourselves from the people who are here, who are there for you, okay? They are supporting you 100%. Don't build a cage around yourself. Don't build a prison around yourself just because you are afraid. It's time to be courageous, and it's time to just take the plunge. Your emotions are your strength most of the times. Right now they are getting out of hand, but you can still turn the tables and allow your emotions to be your best friend and to be your superpower. Because your emotions, your intuition, that is what ultimately guides you and helps you through life. So bring it back to a point where you are in control of your emotions. You are leading with your heart, but you're not letting your emotions overtake you. And you're not falling victim or falling prey to these emotional traps, these cycles, these loops that you are so accustomed to just riding. You know, it's time for you to go against the current and to break the cycle once and for all, because it is affecting not only you and your mental health, which is enough to stop, it's also affecting your loved ones, the people who are around you, who, you know, they're like, if they could shake you and tell you, you know, I'm right here, but you are, for whatever reason, running away. Okay, so this next card, actually 2 cards came out for you, but this is going to address something that is kind of a wild card, something that is not known to you, that's kind of in your blind spot. All right, so we have the 7 of Wands in reverse, another 7 card. We have 2 7s here, 7 of Cups and 7 of Wands. So that's fire and water mixing, okay? And 7 does relate to illusion. An illusion, of course, comes from the ego distorting what our soul already knows, okay? So I do feel like your mind and your heart are both kind of ganging up on you, and that's leading to you feeling weak and feeling like you need to run away. But this card is here to remind you that no matter what, you know, if you feel like you are in darkness, you're like, I'm just totally alone, I'm in the dark, just know that the light that you need is inside of you. And sometimes you are walking through the darkness because you are the light that will lead others. All right, so don't look around for a hero. You are your own. You have people around you who will support you, who will hold your hand, who will love you, and who will be there for you. But ultimately, they are not you, and it is up to you to ignite inside. Okay, you don't realize how many people look up to you, how many people depend on you, and there is someone who does really love you and care for you, and they don't know all the answers. They're only here to be with you, to guide you, to support you. You have to be the one to lead the way. And We also have the Sun of Wands here. So this is Sagittarius energy. We have Cancer and Sag energy. Okay, Sagittarius, we have just entered Sagittarius season. And so this could, I mean, there's quite a similarity. Let's look at these in the upright position. There is similarity in these cards here. Whereas it's like you are the singular light that is around you. All right, so don't let your fears get in the way, because you are here for a reason. You are special, and your light is supposed to lead others. First, you have to have confidence in yourself and know that you are loved every step of the way, whether that is by people here on earth or, you know, in the other realm, angels, guardian angels, whatever you want to believe in or whatever resonates with you. You have people who are guiding you and who are there every step of the way. Just take a look around, take a second to notice all the love that is behind you. Okay? I feel like your light, you're forgetting your light, and you're letting your emotions cloud your better judgment. And this reading is here to tell you that you are stronger than this. Get back to loving yourself and being confident, because other people are suffering because of your suffering. Okay? Not to make you feel guilty or anything, but you know, they are here to support you. Don't take their love for granted. Now, this is a new card, a new deck that I started using. It's all about the chakras. So let's see what really needs healing right now and what is the source of the dilemma or the issue here. All right, we have self-worth. This is orange. This is sacral chakra. We have issues of self-worth, okay? Your emotions, your mind is playing tricks on you, all right? You need to remember how much of a light, how much of an inspiration, how brilliant you are to other people. Don't escape into this fantasy world. Come back down to reality, because you are loved here and you are brilliant here. You just need to remember how much you are loved and how amazing and how unique you are. I know that sounds like something everyone else says, but you guys really need to hear this message, okay? Self-worth. Self-worth. Your sacral chakra, your prana, your life force energy, all right? If you do work with chakras, if you are into energy healing, your sacral chakra, you know, I'm not surprised you've got the light here, orange flame. We've got more Sagittarius energy, orange flame. The snake, Kundalini rising, all right? Get back in touch with yourself, with the driving force behind you, that is you. You are a force to be reckoned with. Please don't forget it, because you know what? Your relationships are suffering because of this. Not only with your relationship with yourself, but your relationship with the people around you. They don't want to see you suffer. Please know that your trust issues and your doubts, your paranoia, or your worries, they're always here for a reason, but in this case, they are not true. They are here to help you overcome this and for you to take back your power. All right, for those of you who have chosen fluorite, let's have a look-see at your relationship, what's going on here. First, we have got the Eight of Swords in reverse. Okay, so for some of you, I feel like you just got out of a toxic relationship or abusive relationship, or maybe you have finally gotten over an ex or gotten over a situation that was kind of weighing you down. All right, this Eight of Swords is karmic relationships. It's about karma, it's about destiny, it's about the will of the universe. Okay, so finally things are coming into alignment with you, where you are releasing past traumas, you're releasing burdens, okay? This is freeing yourself from any emotional, psychological, or mental, or even physical prison that you have built for yourself, all right? Or that you have created around you, because everything is a consequence of our doing, of our belief, of our self-worth, of our actions and our thoughts, all right? And finally, things are unloading. Things are being purged. Things are being released. It's an amazing time for you. Now, if you are still in a relationship, this could mean just freeing yourself from jealousy, from any sort of possessiveness, negativity, any grudges that you were holding, okay? This is you freeing yourself. Any sort of worries that were out of proportion, any sort of, resentment that you carried to your partner, or even to yourself, or anyone involved. This is you finally letting go, surrendering and releasing to the universe, and you're being rewarded for it. You are no longer restricted by the bonds, by these heavy, heavy chains, okay? You are free. You are being liberated by your own self. So congratulations, that is amazing. Okay, that was heavy. I'm very proud of you guys. Let's see what else we have got for you. Oh my goodness, 8 of Cups. Okay, so another 8 card. Guys, you are finally stepping into alignment with your own destiny, okay? So I definitely feel like for a lot of you, you are walking away from a bad situation, walking away from a not so good relationship, and maybe this could just be getting over an ex, but you are finally turning around and walking away. You see here you have liberated yourself, and now you have the muscle strength, you have the mental strength, and you have the power. You are free. You can walk away. You can step out. You were once drowning in your own thoughts and in your own fears, or in your own worries, but now you are stepping out of the water, coming out. It's almost like you were just baptized, not religiously or anything like that if you're not religious, but you stepped into the water to cleanse, to bathe yourself of past mistakes, past karma, and you're coming out, emerging onto dry land, emerging onto this earth, walking this earth, this beautiful place, this new chapter. And it's the same place, but it's totally new because you are the one that's new, not this earth, not this place. Everything has always been, since the beginning of time, for eternity. What is new is you. You stepped into the waters, you bathed yourself of your mistakes and your past, and you're coming out completely new. This is a new chapter, a new moment in your life, a new you, a new version of yourself, and it is so beautiful. I can feel just how happy your higher selves are for you, how happy the angels are for you, because finally you're stepping into alignment with yourself, with your soul, with your soul's purpose. And how amazing is this when things feel right, when things finally are working in with the universe, and you are not working against the universe, okay? You're not fighting, you're not resisting. Things are happening very smoothly for you, and you have put in the work to do it. You were courageous enough to do this, to step into your power. And this is what happens, you are rewarded. Remember this feeling. If it feels like things are still chaotic and things are a bit shaky and uncertain, you are on the right path. You should be proud of yourselves. Take time to celebrate these moments. And just know that the universe is applauding you. The universe is so happy that you are walking away from the past, walking away from old, lower vibrational versions of yourself, and stepping into the best possible version of yourself at this moment in time. Wow. Okay, finally, we have the 2 of Wands. All right, so I feel like as things are coming into alignment, you have still, of course, decisions that need to be made. You are coming across a crossroads in your life. You have emerged anew. You are a bigger, better, badder version of yourself. But right now, you are calling into question your values. What do you see for yourself? Because this 2 of Wands is all about decisions, all about which way should I go? You have all this energy now. You have all this, refreshed, revitalized energy brewing inside of you, just waiting to be used, waiting to, waiting to come out and waiting to be explored. But right now, it's a matter of where should you focus your energy? Where should you focus your attention? Now, for some of you, this is like, should I stay single or should I pursue a relationship? Right away, I am getting that you should not look for love, but rather focus on your own ambitions at this moment in time, and love will come and find you. For others of you, this is a direct choosing of two different potential lovers, or maybe an old lover, two old lovers, or an old lover and a new lover, whatever have you. There are two people who have your interest, and it's a matter of deciding who should I direct my attention towards. And for those of you who are in a relationship, this is just, you know, this has nothing to do with relationships, although with this new state of refreshed, clear eyes and a new perspective, your relationship is fully supporting you, and so you have so many directions that you could choose from. Narrow it down to two and then see what resonates in your heart and in your soul, because you are no longer letting the little things in your relationship affect your everyday life and affect your progress. You are growing up and you're moving forward, all right? So your relationship is not going to be holding you back anymore. Don't be afraid. Embrace this newfound power and own it. Okay, I'm not sure for those of you who are choosing between two potential lovers what we can expect. Let's see if this card brings any more guidance, any more insight. This card is going to reveal something that is in your blind spot, something that you guys should be aware of. Okay, and we have the Five of Cups. So I get that you have been going through a lot, right, with these two eights. It's been a lot, and I feel like you were kind of wisped into this direction. Like, you did a lot of the work, but the universe definitely did nudge you in the right direction. And when you finally stop, settle down, and kind of take in what just happened, you guys can feel a little bit down, a little bit sad. You know, why the long face? This Five of Cups is, to me, a card of isolating yourselves, of feeling sad, almost feeling like a victim. And what I get from this card is that you have all these good things going for you. You have these 5 cups above you, but you're looking down. You keep looking down at the ground, at your feet, but if only you look up, you know, lift your chin up and smile, you would be able to get the blessings that are literally right in front of you. Okay, so I do see that there are a lot of options ahead of you. Don't get sad, don't revert back. You are walking away, don't look in your rear view, don't look back, all right? Because you are finally free. You are finally liberating yourself, moving on to the next stage, the next adventure, the next chapter. It's okay to mourn and to be sad and to look back. Don't go back, okay? But don't get so preoccupied with being sad that you forget to look at all the things around you, because this is an important time for you right now. You've got 2 or more roads, 2 different paths ahead of you, all right? You don't want to stay still, because everything in the world is constantly changing. And right now you are totally in the zone, you're totally aligned with life. Take advantage of this. Don't get bogged down by feeling sad. All right, last but not least, we have this card here that is going to help us assess the root, or which chakra needs a little bit of attention, okay? Wow, so we have complacency. Complacency, interesting. So this is the root chakra. Got fire energy here, okay? You are shedding what you were and walking away, and so it can feel a bit crazy. It can feel a bit ungrounding sometimes. You can feel like you don't even know who you are, because so many things are changing. They are changing for the better. But don't let your fears and don't let your sadness, don't let your nostalgia for the past and the way things were prevent you from reaching who you are, or who you're going to be, who you are meant to be, who is the you that you strive to be. You did all this for a reason. You put in all this work because you weren't happy. Okay, don't get stuck in the cycle because you did the work. You are becoming who you deserve to be. Don't block yourself from what you deserve just because you're feeling sad, okay? Complacency. It's a good time right now to take action with what feels authentic to you. Do not lose sight of what is important, which is your happiness and your truth. Okay? Don't stop for too long because things are constantly changing, and right now you are on fire. You are in a really good place right now to be making decisions. You are in alignment with the universe. Don't let that pass you by. Take advantage of this. Okay, now we're moving on to Citrine. So let's assess what's going on in love, in romance, in your relationships. All right, first we have the world, okay? So right off the bat, you guys are feeling like you are on top of the world. Whether you are single or you are in a relationship, you're good. You're happy where you are. All right, you feel like you have accomplished so much already, whether that's in love or in life, in your career. You guys are feeling like you are completely content, completely satisfied with whatever's going on. You feel like you are in harmony, in perfect balance. Nothing can touch you right now. You're good. You don't want any disruptions. You don't want really anything to change too much because you are in perfect harmony and in perfect alignment with yourself, with your soul's path, and with the universe. So if you are in a relationship, definitely a soulmate connection here. You guys are flowing, you guys are jiving and vibing pretty well. So the state of your relationship, I would say, is very good. Now, we've got the Hierophant in reverse. So right off the bat, the first thing that came to mind is marriage. Some of you are like, you know, the concept or the whole, you know, the talk of marriage has come up. If you're not already married, this is kind of creeping up, and you almost feel like you don't want to you don't want to rock the boat, okay? You feel like things are good right now, okay? You don't want to really throw a wrench into your plans or anything like that. I don't know if that made sense, but you don't want to do anything to disrupt the order. You know what I mean? It's like things are perfect right now. You just don't even want to touch it. But I do want to say that when things are strong and stable and durable and real, you don't have to worry about anything messing it up, because come what may, your relationship, if it is true and real, it will stand the test of time, stand natural disasters, any attacks from the outside or from the inside especially. So I wouldn't worry too much about doing anything to disrupt the flow or the harmony or the balance of the relationship, because you guys can take it. All right, and if you are single and you're feeling good being single, all right, this is fine. This is just confirming, all right, that you don't really need to live life conventionally. You don't need to ascribe to any sort of, you know, faith or religion or any sort of societal construct, societal pressure. You just keep doing you. Keep being your authentic self, because you are good with yourself. You don't need anybody else's approval, and you are immune to what other people are stressing about. All right, finally, we have the Three of Cups. Okay, so just go on. This is such a carefree, loving kind of reading. We got the Three of Cups, which is all about celebration, all about good times. You could have a wedding coming up, even, you know, it's probably not yours, but you have some sort of maybe anniversary or a celebration, maybe a big milestone birthday, something maybe in your family, you know, like a new birth or something like that, but definitely a cause for celebration. Maybe it's just a holiday spirit, or maybe, you know, things are just looking good. You're feeling like you are on top of the world. You know what? Go ahead and celebrate, because there is nothing but good and positivity. Don't let other people who are kind of more rigid, who are kind of more needing that structure and that guidance that society instills in us, you know, don't let them ruin anything that you have. Don't let them rain on your parade. You're fine, you're okay, keep doing your thing, because you know what, a lot of people struggle to find happiness, a lot of people struggle to find peace of mind and balance and harmony and serenity in their life, and right now you've got it. So just keep the good times going, keep it positive, keep it happy, keep it upbeat, and just celebrate. Take the time to celebrate. If you are single, I can see you guys having so much fun, just kind of playing the field and just doing your thing. And if you are in a relationship, then the good times still keep rolling, where you have not only your partner, but you have friends and family to celebrate with, and things are just going beautifully for you. Now, very, very positive reading. Let's see. Let's throw a wrench in your plans. No. Let's see what is in your blind spot, something that you guys are missing, something that you guys may want to look out for and bring your attention to. Well, okay, we've got the Nine of Pentacles. So, I mean, I'm not even gonna lie, you guys, at least from the outside and probably from the inside as well, you guys are feeling really good, really positive. Things are on the up for you, okay? You are literally on top of the world. Not literally, but you guys are. In the card, you're literally on top of the world. But things are going great. This Nine of Pentacles is like, wow, you guys have, even financially, you're good, okay? You have, despite, you know, no matter what happens around you, no matter what, you have a little bit saved up, you have something up your sleeve. You guys are prepared. You guys have done the homework, your homework. You guys have done all the prep. And I feel like you guys are coming to you guys are in a place right now that you have worked hard for, and you deserve every bit of happiness that you have. Okay? Because you did things on your own terms. You didn't listen to anybody else, and now you're just reveling. You're basking in the glory of all the right and good decisions that you made. All right, the Nine of Pentacles is like you guys have reached the pinnacle of not only romantic and loving relationship, happiness, or again, if you're single, then that kind of thing, but you made all the right decisions financially and in terms of your home life, where you don't have to worry. Seriously, guys, just enjoy. Spread the love and share the wealth, because giving is receiving, and to stay on top of the world, you want to keep that energy flow positive, and you want to, you know, keep opening up your hearts and keep giving to the universe, and you will keep receiving. Okay, now these two cards, I usually only get, I usually look for one of these cards here, but two of them popped up for you guys. This is going to assess the health of your chakra as it relates to your relationship and what you can do to either improve or, you know, what are you doing right? So we have renewal, and this is your root chakra, all right? So I feel like you guys are really adaptable people. You guys have, you know, you guys have been through a lot. You guys have worked hard. So all this good that people might be jealous of and that people might want to, you know, confine and to bring you down to their level, you know, I feel like there's a lot of kind of negativity coming from the outside. You guys don't even let that faze you, because you know how hard you've worked to get here. You know the struggle that you went through, all right? But you didn't let that bring you down. This renewal card is all about, to me, it's like the phoenix rising from the ashes, okay? So when people beat you down, when you were, you know, not where you are financially, when you weren't where you are in terms of peace, okay? When you were at conflict, when you were at war with yourselves, you did not let that be the end of you, okay? You were courageous and you were brave and you worked hard to get to where you are. So again, don't let anyone bring you down and keep celebrating, okay? Celebrate with your love. When people were, you know, when it was so hard for you to make your relationship work, you fought and you persevered. And you know what? Your relationship is one of those that is forever young, that will stand the test of time because of just your spirit and who you are. Okay? Now, interesting. We have guilt. This is the sacral chakra. So again, I feel like despite where you are now, you've come a long way to get here, all right? So again, don't let anybody bring you down. Don't let anyone make you feel guilty for the joys and the gifts and the blessings that you have, because you deserve it, all right? Don't let anyone tell you otherwise, and don't let yourself feel guilty, okay? Guilt, and this is where this comes in, where this is like you just continuing on your path and doing your own thing and not letting anyone tell you otherwise. Because guilt comes from you wanting to please other people. If you feel guilty, it's because you feel like you have disappointed somebody in some way, okay? But don't let that bring you down. Ooh. The card just flew away. Like literally just throw away the guilt, whatever you have, because you have worked hard, you have made some mistakes in the past, but you know what? Don't let that, just release and surrender all that guilt that may be weighing you down. Come back, renew yourselves, okay? And if that comes from you or your partner, please work with each other and remind each other that it's okay. The past is the past. Leave that behind if you do want to continue to just enjoy the blessings that you have, okay? Don't let anything from the outside, whether that's your own ego or society, telling you what you should be feeling, what you should be doing, all right? Let go of the guilt and honestly, just enjoy. It is a time for celebration because you have worked so hard and things are going so well for you. You don't want to waste the happiness, the positivity that is flowing, that is just overflowing around you because of some silly thing like guilt. Release that guilt and enjoy the good times while they are here. Okay, we've got blue lace agate here. Let's see what's going on in terms of your relationship. Okay. Two of Pentacles. So I feel like things are a bit crazy for you, where you're trying to balance your relationship, trying to balance your own life with work and with, you know, your obligations and friendships and all this stuff. I feel like you guys need to dial it down. Slow down a little bit, okay? Because you guys are like walking on a tightrope, juggling, and you know, you guys are juggling like flame torches while tightrope walking in the dark, blindfolded. I really feel like you guys are doing too much. And this card to me is about decisions, is about prioritizing, all right? So you don't have to make anything too drastic. You don't have to make any cuts or anything like that unless you feel guided to. Obviously, this is a general reading. But I do think that some organization and some prioritizing will really benefit not only you and your life, but your relationship. Because your relationship is suffering. When your energies and your focus and your thoughts and your efforts are scattered all around to everything, nobody wins. Not you, not, you know, each and every little thing, and not your relationship. Everything suffers. So you might as well take your time, slow it down, and do one thing after another. It doesn't all have to get done at once. You don't always have to, you know, feel like, okay, well, I can't just pick and choose what to do. No, you have the free will, you have the power and the smarts, you have the brain to do so. Make decisions, get organized, take a step back if you have to take even, you know, a day or two to actually get organized, lay everything out on the table, and evaluate what takes precedent, what takes priority right now. Do that, because that, like a couple days or however long it takes you, is going to save you months of running around like a chicken with its head cut off. Okay? You don't have to put things on hold. I do feel like your relationship either is getting too much attention or not enough, but make sure that you are setting healthy boundaries and that you are not neglecting anybody at the same time, not neglecting your partner, not neglecting the love that you have for yourself, not neglecting your relationship, your you time. All right, what else do we have here? The Star in reverse. Okay, so you guys are scattering yourself. You guys are spreading yourselves too thin, and it almost feels like you guys are doing this because you've lost sight of your goals. You've lost sight of what it is that you are working towards. And so there's no real aim, there's no real direction here. All right. In terms of your relationship, I feel like there is something that you guys are avoiding in your relationship, where you almost feel like you don't want to talk about it, you don't want to bring it up, you don't want to visit that thought or that whole thing in your mind because you feel like you already know the outcome. I feel like you guys are jumping to conclusions, and this could be why you guys are not there. You guys are scatterbrained, you guys are taking on too much because you're trying to distract yourselves, or maybe it's unintentional or even subconscious, but maybe you're suffering and not able to really get anything done because there's something here in your relationship that you are avoiding. You guys are jumping to conclusions. You guys are losing out hope without even giving your partner or your potential partner, whatever this is, you're not giving them a chance, a fighting chance to even explain themselves or defend themselves. And for those of you who feel like, you've given them so many opportunities and you're getting sick of it, I feel like a large part of the problem here is the fact that you are jumping to conclusions so much that you are making yourself tired. I get that people do make mistakes, but I feel like you're kind of disproportionately holding a huge weight over them and holding them to, like, you're blowing it up out of proportion in your own head. Obviously we all have our own standards and whatnot, but I do feel like something's got to give, and in order for you to either move on with this person or move on from this person, either way you need to emotionally mature, and part of that here is learning this lesson, riding this wave and facing this instead of jumping to conclusions, developing your communication skills so that you can see things clearly and not have to hype them up in your own mind. Okay, so whether this is a lesson or a blessing, well, it's going to be both either way, but you know what I mean? Whether or not you're going to have to say goodbye or whether or not you are going to come out stronger, that's irrelevant. What you need to face is your fear of confrontation, of being honest, of being direct, instead of beating around the bush and scattering all your energies. All right, what else do we have here? The Tower card. All right, so there it is. There needs to be emotional strength, emotional maturity, because your life as you know it is changing, it's shifting. Everything is, is quickly changing. And so your environment right now is not going to look the same in 5 minutes, in a month, in a couple years, or whatever. You have to be prepared for it, okay? Because this Tower card is like, changes are coming. You cannot fall back on the same safety blankets, on the same safety nets that you grew up relying on. Okay, it's time for you to grow up. It's time for your heart to mature, for your heart to be open, because regardless of what you can tell yourself, you know, you're guarding your heart, you're protecting yourself by not, you know, opening yourself up and being vulnerable. That is a lie. You are only running away from your problems, and you're disguising it by taking on too much and by spreading yourself way too thin. Things are changing. You have to be able to surrender and just to release your will, release your fears, release what you want, to not have to manipulate the outcome and hold on so tightly. All right, so it's almost like you guys are holding on, you guys are clenching onto something out of fear, out of stress, out of paranoia, out of whatever it is. In order for you to survive this fall, okay, to come out stronger and to preserve your sanity and your love, you need to completely relax and let go. Just surrender. I know it's so difficult, it's hard, but you guys are losing your faith and your hope so much that you guys are trying to control every little thing. You want to play God. I mean, we all are goddesses and gods in our own right, but we are part of something greater, and that is what you guys are forgetting. Okay, so surrender to the universe and everything will be okay, I promise. All right, these next two cards are things that are in your blind spot, kind of wild cards for you guys to look out for. So we've got the Hierophant in reverse and the Fool, okay? So interesting themes here again. We have the Hierophant in reverse and the Fool card, both major arcana cards. We also have the Tower card, which is a major arcana, and we've got the Star card in reverse, which is a major arcana. So I get it. Things are scary because there are these forces greater than you or greater than your own ego that you can't really make sense of anything. There are so many changes, and that is coming out in your life here where you are just frantic, running about, overly busy, overly exerting yourself. You're ending up exhausted and not able to focus your attention on anything, and not being able to get anything done. What you want to look out for here is being this Fool card. A lot of people, you know, for fear of looking like a fool, become this Hierophant, this raven, this, you know, a beautiful, beautiful, powerful bird. But when it comes reverse, it's like you guys are clenching, holding on to what you believe is the key to everything. All right, you guys are so set on an outcome, so set on a destination, whether that's so set on a relationship, on a person, or on where you want to be right now with them, with this person. You are holding on for dear life, and this Fool card teaches you to let go, teaches you to be like this innocent little bird who has a clean slate, who has all the potential in the world. All right, you don't have to be this prince or princess of darkness for you to be respected, for you to be strong. Sometimes it is stronger to be like this Fool card, to be innocent, to be pure of heart. Okay? When you simplify things, when you go back to the basics, you will see a lot more clearer. Okay? And you won't be running around. You won't be overexerting yourself. I feel like there needs to be a purging, there needs to be a release. Release comes up a lot here, a release of your fears, a release of your anxieties, a release of the past. All right, you again need to mature emotionally. You need to be a big girl or a big boy and own up to what is happening instead of running away. All right, meditate with this card, this Fool energy here. Okay, it's not a fool in the typical sense where you're looking like an idiot and you're looking stupid. This is a Fool, meaning you are completely open, completely willing to receive what the universe has for you, what is for your highest good, and for you to have faith, for you to trust, and for you to rekindle your curiosity, your love and lust for life. Otherwise, your relationship is suffering and you're not going to have any sort of shelter, any sort of refuge. Okay? Finally, I'm going to reveal this card. This is going to assess the root of the problem. This is going to reveal a chakra that is in need of your attention. Okay, we have creation. So this actually is not related to a chakra, this card. Most of them are, but some of them are neutral. We have creation. Look how beautiful this card is. Now, since I've actually never drawn this card before, I am going to go ahead and read you what it says. This is actually a really cool book. It has fables and, you know, little stories. So I'm going to read that one here for you. And so yeah, these are neutral cards, which is really interesting. So not a particular chakra, but just in general, we have here creation. She, shaman, I will guide you to your muse. Now, we have the legend. In a time before history, the shaman walks the earth, bestowing artistic talents on a select few. One day, she rests under a birch tree. Hey, says Birch, I want my muse too. Birch entertains the shaman for a long time, singing and telling tales. The shaman smiles. My great friend, you have had your art all along. She vows that from then on she will give everyone their own gift. To this day, the shaman has never left us. We see her inside every creative work. So your path is an artistic one. Express your love in a tangible art form. It's time to make decisions. Are you waiting for someone's permission to create your life? What do you need to see in order to claim your own gifts? Okay, so the key ideas here are opening to magic, opening up to magic, owning your gifts, finding your muse. Okay, so we gotta bring it back. So you are open to what the universe has in store, and you can let your creativity, let your flow, let your life force flow healthfully. Okay, don't give up the hope. Express what you're feeling. If you don't necessarily want to be aggressive about it, express what you are. You can say it in an artistic way. It doesn't have to be so mundane or so aggressive and so confrontational. But I do feel like there is something that you need, a message from your heart, from your soul, that needs to be expressed to either your partner or maybe just to the universe if you are single. Something that needs to be expressed for you to look yourself in the mirror and be able to admit, for you to be able to declare it and to release that, release it and surrender it to the universe. Okay, last but not least, we have got pink Mangano Calcite. Such a beautiful stone, beautiful soothing energy. Let's see what we can say about your romantic life. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. So for some of you, right off the bat, I'm getting a breakup of a very long-lasting relationship. Or if this is not totally recent, then this is you still paying for the consequences of that relationship, whether that is, you know, paying off some debts that you accumulated during the relationship, or whether that's, you know, going through a divorce of some way, divvying up assets, losing some assets because of this relationship. This is, you know, this is the state of this. The 10 of Pentacles is all about, you know, your home, your sanctuary. And when it comes reversed in this love reading, it's like that was kind of torn apart. That was kind of all ripped apart. So maybe for some of you, this is literally like for lack of a better term, a homewrecker, someone who kind of imposed on your relationship, a third party, or it might not even be like a mistress or whatever it is per se, but this could be, you know, some sort of outside factor, some third party in that way that ruined your relationship, okay? Maybe for some of you, I'm getting health issues that drove you and your partner apart. Whatever it may be, you guys are still healing from this. You guys are still in the, you know, in the 3D, in the real physical world. You guys are recovering from it, but also emotionally and mentally, you guys are recuperating still. We have the Six of Cups. So this goes deep. This brings back a lot of childhood trauma or childhood memories, childhood pains. And it is time now for you guys to heal this pain, okay? So if you do any energy healing, or if you're open to receive energy healing, this is a great time for you to send healing to your past. Whether that is deep, deep, deep from like when you were a baby or childhood, or when you were, you know, a teenager, younger years, or maybe at the beginning or during the breakup, you know, there needs to be some clearing, some purging of these pains, because you are still replaying these memories over and over, whether consciously or not, but they are in your subconscious. They are, maybe you're dreaming about it, maybe your mind just wanders to, or maybe you get sad and you start crying for no apparent reason and you don't know why. So your thoughts might not necessarily be thinking about these things, but your body still holds those emotions and holds those memories in your body, in your DNA. All right, so any sort of change, any sort of cleanse will really help you, whether that is doing a healthy diet change, okay? Nothing crazy, but filtering yourself or drinking more water, bettering your dietary habits, exercising. Exercising is a great way to release any sort of pent up negative memory, negative energy stored in your body. You can release that away. All right, so cutting the cords would also help, because I feel like there's a lot of karma, there's a lot of ties, a lot of energetic ties that are linking you to not only this person, but to everything around the events of what transpired. There's a lot that you are still connecting to that needs to be cut. Otherwise you are still going to be stuck in the cycle. Your energy is going to be sucked and drained, because all of it, all of your mental power, subconscious or not, is going to this person, to this breakup, to this traumatic event. Okay? And you are suffering because of this, whether or not you realize it. I feel like a lot of you know this and you're like, yeah, tell me about it. I know. What am I supposed to do? See an energy healer, or you know what, exercising, making those dietary changes, or some sort of cleanse, a healthy one, I stress that. Taking a second to reevaluate so that you can get your life back on track. But there needs to be an action, a definitive action taken by you. You can't just stay still and expect things to get better, and you owe it to yourself to do that, okay? Don't let what happened to you, or what you think is still happening to you, prevent you from living your life to the fullest, okay? You're not going out like that. That's not how it's going to happen. All right, we've got 10 of Wands. So I feel like you maybe got stuck with a lot of things, a lot of burdens, okay? You maybe were dealt a bad hand because of this breakup or whatever this was, and you're like, I've got too many things weighing me down. I've got too many obligations. You can see this person here with this 10 of Wands. The hot sun is beating down on him. His horse is struggling, okay? This is your will. Your willpower is beaten down, is, you know, cannot take the environment, cannot take this. You're fighting an uphill battle right now. And that's because you are still connected energetically to things that are just sucking away all your attention, things that are no longer serving you, things that were never yours in the first place, okay? Stop hanging on to things that were never yours in the first place. I feel like for those of you who are getting out of, you know, a divorce or relationship, kids might be involved, and so it can feel like a huge, I mean, I hate to say it, but a burden. And don't be afraid to say it. You might feel like, you know, you're in this situation and you have to be strong for other people. You can't show any weakness. You can't do what you want to do necessarily, because there are other people who are depending on you. And you might feel sorry for yourself. You might feel like it's not fair. But you know what? You are stronger than this, and you are here for a reason, and that is to learn to overcome. And I promise you it will get better. You are maybe in a weird situation right now, in a situation where you wish you could just fast forward and get out of, but the only way is through. And you don't want to be missing the lessons that you are learning now. Because when you look back in a few years, or even, you know, a year or so, for some of you, maybe it's, you know, a few months, depending on where you are energetically, vibrationally. But when you look back, you're going to be grateful. You're going to thank your stars, you're going to thank yourself, and you're going to thank your guardian angels, and even thank the people who hurt you because of what you become through all of this, because of all of this. All right, I know it sucks right now, but you have to look at the bigger picture, because there is a bigger picture, and you are part of that bigger plan. We've all been there, okay? You look at other people who you think are enjoying their lives, they might be going through some things as well, and you have no idea what they did get through. The difference is between those people who are happy and you is that they are taking steps, they are taking definitive action, or maybe they did in the past. They did not lie down and take it, all right? And you can't do that either. You have to get up, do it for yourself. All right, wild card here, something that is in your blind spot. We have got the Tower in reverse. Yeah, so things are definitely changing. I feel like why this has all happened is because you were getting too comfortable where you were, and you knew that it wasn't in alignment with yourself. You knew it, but you weren't doing anything to change. All right, so the universe had to step in. This is divine intervention, and when it's reversed, it's a bit harsher, it's a bit more aggressive, it's a bit like, you know, a definite wake-up call, and it's chaotic and it's painful. But you know what? This is for your highest good, and for everyone involved, for their highest good as well. You could have kept going where you are, and you might think that, you know, I wish things just stayed the same. I wish, you know, none of this ever happened. But I promise you, when you look back, you're going to understand why this all happened. And you are going to thank everyone involved. You're going to thank the universe for this happening. I know this might not be what you want to hear, but it is what you need to hear right now, because you weren't happy. You might feel like, I just want to go back because at least I was happy. I'm miserable right now. You are not happy. You have no idea what happiness is, because when you take the steps and you surrender and you forgive and you start to heal yourself, okay, and you take ownership of your life again, you are going to know true happiness, and you are going to be so thankful that you didn't settle for that. Well, the universe had to step in, okay, so you were settling for that, but you are going to be thankful and appreciate and be grateful that your life didn't stay the same, that things did change. Because where you are going now is so much better than where you have been. All right, passion. Your passion is being rediscovered. Where you are coming from, whatever relationship this was or whatever situation this was, man, your passion was being depleted. Your passion was being dulled. Your sparkle, your shine was being dulled. You were being put out. When you are living in authenticity, when you are being passionate, you are automatically going to attract financial abundance. You're going to attract true, unconditional, romantic love. Okay, and that is what you are on the path towards. Okay, so take things with dignity, with grace, with pride in yourself, and don't let yourself be a victim of your circumstances, okay? Don't let what is happening to you, don't let all the things, all the odds against you become an excuse, become your ticket out of living your life happily. You can use any excuse in the book for you to say, well, you know what? I was dealt a bad hand, so this is my life now, and I don't care. It's up to you to make the best of what you have. And just know that what you are walking away from was not yours. It was not meant for you. It was a lesson for you. A harsh lesson. But guess what? What you are moving towards is so much better. You are going to find your true passion all right? You're going to find that soulmate relationship. You're going to find someone who lights the flame up under you. Okay, so have no fear. I can't even imagine what you guys are going through. It's shitty, it's tough. There needs to be some healing for you, but you know what? Take the steps, and I promise you things will get better, and you will be thankful. Try to be thankful now. I know it's hard, but be grateful for what is happening, because you are being pushed into alignment with something that is yours, something that you will cherish. A love that is so great, so amazing, you cannot even comprehend right now. Alright, thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope that made sense. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. If you want a personal reading with me, you can visit my Etsy shop. Until then, guys, I'll see you in my next video. Bye!